So what is KiwiSaver? So what the New Zealand government decided around about 10 or so years ago was that Kiwis were really useless savers. And this is true. Kiwis have been traditionally pretty useless savers. So KiwiSaver was created as a way to prepare Kiwis for retirement by taking out a percentage of their income every week and putting it into a KiwiSaver fund. Now, most people would then have the choice, or pretty much everyone has a choice, of pulling that money out when they're 65 years old at retirement age, or you can use it as a deposit towards your first house. So for first home buyers, this has been a really major factor for the last 10 years, really, when they've pulled out their KiwiSaver funds and used it as a deposit or towards their deposit for their first house. So anybody can do this. Anybody that's working, they can start contributing to KiwiSaver and they can start saving some money, which really is a helpful part of buying your first home. So how much can you contribute? You can contribute 3%, 4%, 8%, 10% of your income into your KiwiSaver fund. And the more you can contribute, of course, the faster that it will grow. Now, if let's say you are getting ready for your first house, how much should you contribute? As much as you can. Do not be satisfied with 3%. Bump it up. Get up to at least 4%, preferably 8%, even 10%. Now, this is just until you buy your house. After that, you can bring it back down again. But let's face it, if you leave that, if you pay less into KiwiSaver and more money goes into your bank account, you're just going to spend it on coffees and mucking around anyway. So why don't you put it to good use and throw a higher percentage of your income into KiwiSaver, and then it's saved before you get a chance to spend it on junk, right? Now, $521. That's an important number to remember, because that's the amount of free money that you can get each year by contributing to KiwiSaver. So if you're doing your regular contributions and you're meeting the minimum contributions, which is about $1,040 per annum, then the government will give you, for free, $521 per year. So this will contribute quite a bit over the years to your KiwiSaver fund, and I recommend that you take the free money while it's available. Now, what fund should you use? This is up to everyone to make their own decision around that, but if you are in a default fund, you need to change it. Having your KiwiSaver on a default fund means that you pretty much might as well have it in a bank account. It is not going to earn very much on it, okay? There are funds that are balanced, for example, growth funds, which will have higher returns, and this is what somebody who's preparing for their first home purchase should do. This is not financial advice, of course. Go and get independent advice if you want some help making that decision on that. But it is important that you are in a fund that is growing, that is, got a bit of its own momentum. This is important. And so this means doing a little bit of research to choose a fund that you are happy with. Let's say that you're thinking of getting ready to buy your first house. I'd recommend that you get in touch with us for a free 15-minute consultation. And in that 15-minute consultation, we can give you some direction on the things that you need to do to get ready. So you might not be ready to go buy a house in the next 3 months or 6 months, but with some guidance, some direction and a bit of help, you may be able to buy a house next year or the year after, hopefully sooner. Lots of the people that have come to us for free 15-minute consultations have actually been able to buy a house straight away. Maybe that's you. So in our 15-minute free consultations, we will assess your situation, see where you're at, and give you some direction to get you ready to buying that house. So let's say that you're short on income, we're going to give you an income action plan. If you're short on deposit, we're going to give you a deposit action plan. If your credit's not good, we're going to give you a bank criteria action plan. We're going to put these things together, and we're going to really help you get in a position to buy your first house.
For more financial tips, advice, and education, like, follow, and subscribe.